Hello, everyone. How are you? Hey, what happened to L.A. Brea? Season 2, episode 5 is called The Heist. A very good episode. I enjoyed this one. Ty saying goodbye to everybody in the group because he's going to go with Paula's group now because he loves her in that. He tells Eve she's got to make a choice, Gavin or Levi. She can't have both guys. And Eve says, I know, but it's hard. And Ty says, really, it's not that hard. You got a husband that had a drink abroad him, and he had these visions, and nobody else believed him. Come find out he was having visions. Yeah, slept around with his friend and stuff, and now you're playing both of them like a fiddle. He said, make a decision. And he left the group. He said goodbye and left everybody. Headed off with Pablo, his lover, and her group of people. So Sam and Gavin come up with a plan to steal the shipment of rock that's being taken to the tower so they can get away inside and try to find a way to get Josh and Riley, the kids, back from 1988. Scott informs them that Albridge said that in the tower, there's a room that she cannot gain access to that apparently has the portal in it, or something like that. So, hoping this key card that he found in Solaris' cabin there, way back in the beginning of the season 2 premiere, can open the door. So, they come up with a plan to hijack the rocks and that. And Ty is gone. Sorry about that. I forgot. Gavin, Eve, Levi, Izzy, Sam, Lucas, and Scott all go ahead with the plan. They leave. They're walking through the clearing. All of a sudden, they meet Virgil. Virgil's one of those prisoners in the mines there you meet in the way back a few episodes ago. He managed to escape, and they told him what they were doing. In Virgil's way, you got a problem with that. Instead of being only 10 exile guards there now, it's like double the amount. And they're like, why? Because of the escape we did? He said, no. The mines picked clean of the rocks. There's no more of that rock left to view whatever machine that's in the tower, whatever they use it for there. So he said they're going to take the prisoners further inland to another mine they have found and mine that for the rocks. But he said it's apparently hot as hell and it's like living in hell, he said, and the prisoners need to be rescued because they ain't got much left in them to go no further. So Eve wants to go ahead with the original plan, but everybody else outvotes her and decides we're going to split up in two teams, free the prisoners, and steal the shipment of rocks, which pisses off Eve because she got outvoted, basically. So Levi, Lucas, and Scott tell Virgil, go back to the clearance, 10 clicks that way, tell people who you are, all this stuff, and they let you in. They take off to free the prisoners, while Gavin, Eve, Izzy, and Sam go ahead to steal the shipment of rocks. So then it splits off into two, like showing what happens with both groups. Levi, Lucas, and Scott, they come across the prisoners being transferred by exile guards. Levi realizes that Pablo's group of people are not far off, so he's going to go get them to try to help them. And he tells Lucas and Scott, whatever you do, do not get those exiles to leave, cause a distraction, do whatever you got to do. And he takes off in the clearing. So Lucas Scott cause an explosion to happen to distract the exiles, and then Scott runs up to them and gets them to chase him. And as he's chasing them, Lucas don't know what to do, right? Because he's outnumbered. Then all of a sudden, arrows start flying. They kill all the exiles. And it shows Ty and Pablo's group of people show up. So they free the prisoners. Then they go ahead to help the other group out. Then it shows what happened to that group. Well, Gavin, Izzy, Eve, and Sam, while they're watching the shipment of rocks getting piled up on the wagon and the mine being sealed off, Izzy tells Gavin that Mom's sleeping with Levi. She didn't want me to tell you about it. And Gavin's like, I knew something was up between the two. I could see that. He put two to two together. And this part was cool. So Izzy said, what are you going to do with Levi so we could be a family again? Gavin's like this. I'll figure something out. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. yes, Gavin's gonna whoop Levi's ass. I hope. They step on something, a trap door opens up, and they get trapped in the mine. And there's a bunch of spiders. And there's a skeleton there. So they're trapped in the mine. They finally find the way out, and there's 4 exile guards leaving the mine to seal off the last exit. They knock out the 4 guards, and they dress up as them. So they get on the wagon. They get away. They thought, we did it. We got the shipment of rocks. Everything's going great. But then, as they're gone over the hill and the cliff there, down the embankment there, an exile runs out from the mine saying, hey, 4 of our guys are tied up back there. So 5 exile guards chase off after Gavin's team. They end up fighting. It was a cool fight scene. I liked it. Izzy kicked ass. Izzy and Sam whooped ass. Eve, yeah, she kicked butt too. Gavin, not so much. Yeah, one of the exiles had Eve held by the throat with a knife. Gavin and Sam and Izzy took out the other guards. So it was just him left. And they showed a close-up of Eve's face. And she was right angry and scared-like at the same time. That was not good, being that close-up of her face. That scared me. Suddenly, Ty, Levi, and all of them show up. And the guy realizes, oh crap, I'm outnumbered. He starts taking off. Pablo goes to shoot him. When he turns around, she stops and lets him go. And Eve said, what the hell? Why'd you let him go? He's going to tell the other ones what's happened. They're going to come back. We're going to be outnumbered. And even Ty asked her. She said, I couldn't do it. And Ty said, why is that? She said, that's my husband. That was a shocker. And then you find out that her and her husband rude their group of people. But her husband started being more ruthless and aggressive towards other people. And she didn't like that. So it divided the group up 50-50. So he led his people into a rebellion. They got the butts handed to them. And they got exiled from the group. So and this is how the exiles were formed. They're a part of Pablo's group that turned more savage and ruthless. So she couldn't bring herself to kill her husband, basically. They make it to the tower. They see that up off in the distance. So now they're like, okay, now plan B, getting into the tower. That's it, all that happened on that part. Now it shows 1988. It shows Joss and Riley talking to Professor Clark, which you find out is Joss's grandmother, Gavin's mother. And she says that she's been trying to find a way back to 10,000 BC to save people. Even though, remember last week's episode, Albert said she's trying to find her way back to cause payback over something. And then Clark said, I've come up with a plan. And she said, the plan's going to work, but it will have consequences. And Josh Riley said, what is that? I'll go adopt Gavin, my son, as a kid. Because if you remember, Gavin, when he went for the portal and up in 1988 as a kid, he was adopted by foster parents. Not his real mother, never raised him. So, if she adopts him, the whole timeline could change. Joss, Izzy would cease to exist because Gavin would never meet Eve, stuff like that. So Josh Riley tried to stop her. They hit roadblock after roadblock. They finally get to the foster place there, and they see Clark with her son Gavin as a kid. And they're like, oh no, we're too late. But then she hands him off to the foster parents. According to her, she had a change of heart. But I think something else was going on. Then she walked away because she was hell-bent on that to happen. Then she changed her mind last minute. I think maybe she came up with another idea or something. I don't know. That's it for the episode, folks. Next week, it shows Gavin and them sneaking into the tower. And then it shows that Clark... It shows Josh Riley's having fun. And then something happens that gets their attention. And it's like very dangerous music playing in the background. So I think some shit's going to hit the fan there in 1988, I think. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.